Each and every one of us here has our own specific personality that was shaped by all our social interactions and experiences. The cause of a person's behavior in any given situation is influenced directly by both the situation itself and our personality, along with other factors such as our current thoughts, our feelings, and our goals in that current situation. The effect of a personality on behavior would be most easily seen when a person is put under careful observation across a wide variety of frequently occurring situations. For example, you might know some people who consistently meet their deadlines, and some people who consistently submit their assignments and projects late. But what would happen to these individual personalities if they were all put under almost an entire year of isolation? Now, the world's languages include thousands of words to describe a personality trait, but most of these can be classified under the Big Five, which are trait dimensions commonly known through the acronym OCEAN. Openness as a measure of being artistic and curious compared to being conventional and indifferent. Conscientiousness as a measure of being punctual and organized compared to being tardy and spontaneous. Extroversion as a measure of being outgoing and sociable compared to being introverted. Agreeableness as a measure of being caring and compassionate compared to being uncaring and disrespectful. And neuroticism, which is the measure of being anxious and apprehensive compared to being calm and collected. Now, our deeply rooted habits, behaviors, emotions, and thoughts affect these personality traits, but a common misconception is that these traits are thought to be set in stone after early adulthood, whereas in reality, our personality traits evolve throughout our entire lifespan as a response to both major and minor events, therefore making the entire personality stable for a certain period of time, but not entirely fixed. As the quarantine abruptly disrupted our daily routines and living arrangements in ways that would not normally occur, it also led to new norms which could change our personality over time. Therefore, there is every possibility that some of us, or at least some aspect of us, has been changed by the situations brought on by the pandemic. Now, situations brought on by the pandemic. Now, this normally leads us to questions that can only be answered in due time, such as, can we return to our old selves? How will our new selves cope as we begin to venture out to socialize once again in person? And do we really even want to return to our old selves? Countless people throughout the entire pandemic were isolated from both friends and families. For some, the solitary confinement would provoke intense feelings of loneliness, which would enhance traits of neuroticism and diminish traits of extroversion. For others, the quarantine was viewed as a positive experience, an opportunity to reinvigorate and reflect, which in turn enhanced traits of openness and agreeableness, and also enhanced self-concept clarity, which is the degree to which people hold coherent beliefs about themselves and their goals in life. For my part, although I'm aware I've been more fortunate than many in my experience of the pandemic so far, I find my new self to be more introverted. Specifically, I find my new self to be more unsociable. Being outgoing used to be so easy, but now, just by being in the presence of an old friend that I haven't seen for such a long time fills me with sheer anxiety. Like, do I greet them? Should I greet them? Do I say hi or hello? Is this how normal people greet each other? And how would they react if I had the sudden urge to cut for sleeves in front of them? Thoughts like these made me realize that my current personality had a large portion of fear, anxiety, and paranoia, which, even if I did manage to become more outgoing and extroverted to return to my old personality, the remnants of this fear would eventually pull me back into my current socially withdrawn state. So, again, do we really even want to return to our old personalities? I would if I could. Would you?